Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Mochen Le'Ra Online Smicha. Now with the summer season approaching, perhaps we should discuss a halacha that's pretty much relevant in many bungalow colonies and people would get places where people get together, spending weekends together, days together. There's an interesting shaila in the Hilchos Shabbos that I'd like to discuss. We all know that the asiyas oihel, to make a tent, to make anything that might be like an oihel, is prohibited on Shabbos. One of the things that people might not pay attention, what might be considered a oihel, is opening an umbrella on Shabbos. Umbrella is a covering, and most of the poskim say umbrella would have the issues of asiyas oihel. The Noida Yehuda in Shuvas Ner Chaim Simin Lamid writes that it, as far as a possible chiyuv chatas, if you open an umbrella on Shabbos, and Noida Yehuda goes as far as saying that even if the umbrella was open before Shabbos, so usually when things are done in a permissible way, then it's not muktzah and you could use it on Shabbos. The Noida Yehuda paskins, even then I don't want you to carry it, even in a place of where there is a eruv, because it's asiyas oil. And then he adds another point: there is maris ha'ayin involved. The person seeing you carrying the umbrella on Shabbos doesn't know that you opened it up; it was opened already before. So for two reasons, he doesn't want you to use even an open umbrella before Shabbos. To wear it on Shabbos, he doesn't want. Okay, that a lot of people might know. But then there's a different type of umbrella. A lot of people have picnic tables on their porch or picnic tables on their lawn, and they want to move the picnic table from place to place on Shabbos. So on the lawn, there is one issue, the issue of dragging on the grass. Another issue would be on the porch to move the table from place to place when there is an umbrella stuck in or part of the picnic table. Now that the Noida Yehuda said that an umbrella, even if it was open before Shabbos, for two reasons you should not move, you should not be under it. So what would be a picnic table that has an open umbrella? May you sit under it on Shabbos and eat? And if you may or may not, may you move the table with the umbrella in it? So the first difference that you see between a regular umbrella and a picnic table umbrella is a regular umbrella is made to protect you from the rain. So I could see the chumrah of the Noida Yehuda. The Noida Yehuda says that when you see a person walking on Shabbos with an open umbrella over him, the assumption there is maris ha'ayin, because usually those umbrellas are not open when it's not raining. You never find open umbrellas anywhere. So therefore, if I see somebody walking, the assumption is that he opened it on Shabbos. So there is maris ha'ayin. However, and even if this person does think in advance, and he heard the news, and the news says it's going to rain, so he opened the umbrella before Shabbos, but that's batla daitay etzel roiv b'nei adam. Nobody keeps umbrellas open, so it's a clear maris ha'ayin that it looks like he opened the umbrella on Shabbos. He shouldn't wear such umbrella. However, in this case, there are many picnic tables, and I would say most of the picnic tables that have umbrellas, if it's just a regular sunny day, they have it open for a day or a night, not necessarily to shut it down. So if so, there wouldn't be a maris ha'ayin sitting under the table thinking that I'm sitting under the table, I must have opened it today. No, it could be opened. It could be open before Shabbos, and the maris ha'ayin is not there. And what the Noida Yehuda says that there's also chashav of asiyas oil. That's only if you're carrying the umbrella over your head. But if it's way above you, it's on top of the table, and it's a couple of feet on top of you, it's not necessarily the concept of asiyas oil. So therefore, to sit under the table, under an open umbrella on Shabbos, shouldn't be the chumrah. You shouldn't apply the chumras of what the Noida Yehuda says of a rain umbrella. But my second question was, to pick the table that has an umbrella attached to it and move it from place to place. Because an umbrella has a shaila, because an umbrella is an oyel, it could be a siyas oyel, are you allowed to move the table from place to place? So the table with the umbrella in it should be categorized as kli shemalachta leisser. The umbrella is a kli shemalachta leisser because it's prohibited because of a siyas oil, and we know that a muktzah, which is a machmas isser, a kli shemalachta leisser, l'tzorech gufay mekoymoi, you're allowed to move it. There is maris ha'ayin. And the maris ha'ayin is that you're moving the table with the umbrella in it, and usually when the tables move with the umbrella, you don't leave it, you don't carry it while it's still open. You usually try to close it, and it's easier to maneuver around, and then you open it. That would be way too far to say that I shouldn't be able to move a table that's the umbrella is open, because somebody might think that I shut the umbrella and then reopened it, and I was over mitzad maris ayin, I was over asiyas oil. And we find that some of the poskim today say that despite all that, despite that you should be able to, you should be able to move it from place to place, nevertheless, it would be better not to move a table that has an umbrella attached to it. Because since it's very, very common that when you move a table like that, because it's difficult to move it with the umbrella inside, most of the people remove the umbrella, and when you're moving the umbrella, you usually shut it, and then you put it back in later on, so you're reopening. So the maris ha'ayin, that the person thinks that you closed it and opened it, is pretty serious. A similar halacha they connect it to is somebody who got his clothes wet on Shabbos. So the din is, he's not allowed to spread them out to hang to dry in public. Why? Because by doing that, in Hilchas Shabbos, Siman Shin Aleph, when he hangs it out to dry and a person sees clothes hanging to dry in Shabbos, a person walking by thinks, hey, you washed your clothes on Shabbos and you hung it up. You hung it up now. Now the fact is I didn't. But for the passerby, or for the person walking by, he thinks that you washed the clothes on Shabbos. And even if the people are see you that your pants are wet, and they see you that you're hanging it up because they're wet, nevertheless, even though I'm doing nothing wrong, there is still always the chash of the latecomer who sees just clothes hanging on. So when a person sees a table that was moved from place to place, he doesn't see the actual table being moved, but he sees it's in a different area, and he knows that usually to schlep it from place A to place B, it's difficult to do it with the open umbrella. So it must have been taken out and put it back and then reopen. There might be a chash of maris ha'ayin. This is a psak din that I read from a posik today's days.